Hey guys, it's Miss Allen. One of my nephews is really into ducks right now, so I thought we could do a really simple drawing of a duck. Um, this will probably be a little simple for my third and fourth graders. This is more of a kindergarten first and maybe a second grade thing. But you can always add more ducks, you can always add more details to the background to make this a little bit more challenging. So let's get started. I'm going to be using a marker to draw so you can see it on my paper. You can use a pencil, that'll be easier to erase, or you can use whatever you have to draw with and it'll be okay. So, first things first is I have to make the head of my duck. Now I want to leave some room for his body behind him. So I'm going to make the head a little closer to this side of the paper. And the head's just going to be a nice circle. So once you have a circle, we can do the beak and his eye. Now we're only going to see one eye because the duck is swimming to the side, and we can only see one eye when he's swimming to the side. But let's do his beak. I'm going to come down to the middle of my circle, and I'm going to make a line that comes out, just like that. And then you're going to kind of curve it back in to the duck. So from the end, you're going to curve it back in to the duck. And let's go ahead and do his eye. I'm going to do a dot eye. That's the easiest one. If you want to make it a little more fancy, you can, but I just wanted to keep it simple today. Now, the trickiest lines of this drawing are probably going to be his body. His neck's not so hard. The front of his body isn't so hard. You're going to make a line that comes down and then it curves forward just a little bit, kind of like an S. Now the back of it is where it gets a little tricky, but I think we can do this. You're going to start on the neck, you're going to start on the head. You're going to come down in a curve. We're going to make one little curve for his back, and then at the end of that curve, I'm going to curve it up for his tail. Once I have this much, I'm going to start at the end of the tail. I'm going to curve it down, and I'm going to try to stop it even with the front line that I made. Let's go ahead and make his wing. Now this is going to look like a raindrop turned sideways, but I'm going to start and I'm going to go forward and curve like I'm drawing a C, and then I'm going to connect it back at the back. I'm also going to put a couple fancy lines in his wing. I'm going to put 2 lines to show different feathers in his wing. I'm going to come down at the bottom line. I'm going to come 1 and 1 more. Just like that. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my duck in water. So when I add water, you can do a couple different things. You can just do a straight line. You can do a curvy line. I'm going to do a line that has points. It looks like waves. I think you'll like it. It's not too hard. What you want to think of is just little bounces, kind of like the bottom of a cloud. So I'm going to start in front of them, and I'm going to bounce, 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 bounce. And if yours did what mine did and it didn't quite hit the back of the duck, I can always go back and add that line. So that's pretty much the duck I was going to draw. I might draw a little one right here, down here, like it's following the big duck. But let's get to coloring. And I'm done. I ended up making my big duck a mallard, a boy mallard. That's why he has a green head. And made this duck a baby duck, and I just did him yellow like an Easter duck. But I hope you guys had a lot of fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye!